Some breaking news relating to your counterpart, the Attorney General of Nebraska, Mike Hilgers, and his office, and cigarette taxes.
Right now, tobacco taxes are collected on the reservation, and they're collected for non-members and members. In the Nebraska statutes, the governor is granted the ability to enter into what's called tobacco tax compacts with the tribes. Those are agreements between the tribes and the states for not just tobacco, but for a host of other areas where it makes sense for both the tribe and the state to make an agreement that both sides can live with. We drafted a letter, sent it to the governor to start under the Nebraska statutes the negotiation period of our tobacco tax compact. The governor appointed Attorney General's office, Mike Hilgers, to lead the negotiations on behalf of the governor. So we sat down with Attorney General Hilgers and his staff and had what was then a very, I would say, productive meeting. There was no promises made, but there we presented them our draft tobacco tax compact and was promised that we get a response or some red lines within a couple weeks. Fast forward to a couple days ago, week after week, there was delays, more promises that we get a response. Until about an hour before our first Omaha Tribe Cannabis Commission meeting, I got a call from the Assistant Attorney General who told me specifically that the Attorney General's office is not going to even speak to us about tobacco tax compact anymore or work to complete one because we're going into the medical cannabis game.
Wow. No sense hiding the ball on this, huh? Just say it out loud.
Yeah, which I appreciate the candor. After that conversation with the Assistant Attorney General, I then called Attorney General Hilgers, left him voicemail, and he did call me back, and we had a conversation for about 10 minutes. And he told me on the phone that they were going to retract that statement for now until they got confirmation from the governor's office on this decision, which I'm not doing his job, but probably should have done that beforehand. I have authorization now from my counsel to just make this story public because I think it's really important. I think people need to know this. We're already being retaliated against for entering into, lawful, well-regulated cannabis enterprise based on the Nebraska, overwhelmingly voter-approved Nebraska ballot initiatives last year that legalized medical cannabis and as well as provide the starting steps to create the industry.
So just to be clear, so when you talked to Attorney General Hilgers, he kind of backed away from his assistant's statement to you and said he needed to check with the governor before they moved forward. Am I understanding that correctly?
I think that's a fair characterization, but what was really troubling on the call, there was pushback on why do we think we're allowed to create dispensaries in our own regulatory environment for medical cannabis on the reservation.
So he made that connection.
Yes.